Yo, what's going on, boys?
It's good.
Good.
What's good? What's good?
Got Kosfinger with us this week. What's going on, bro?
Good, bro.
A few people were requesting this one. I put it up on my story. Quite a few people were saying, get Kosfinger on there. I think everyone wants your YouTube gems, man. Everyone wants the source for the Type
What's the
Beat channel.
All right. I mean,
Oh yeah, how have you been? It looks like you've been traveling a bit recently. Were you in Turkey recently?
yeah. I was with my boy Dennis.
A producer?
Nah, he's a rapper. He's trying to get into rapping. He's
Right,
cold, I
okay.
can't lie. He's cold. He
Yeah,
just needs to figure out how to market himself.
right. Just hooking him up with some beats.
Yeah. But to be fair, like we were gonna do that, but we didn't even have time to do that. Like, we just ended up climbing our mountains and random other stuff like shooting guns on the mountain.
Chilling.
Yeah, I saw some of the clips you
Chilling, yeah.
posted.
We got distracted. But yeah, it was a good time. But
I
I'm
saw
back.
his jean sliders. Is that
Oh
him?
yeah, that was
I
him.
was
That was
cracking
him.
up when I saw that.
That was atrocious. I can't lie. That was
This guy had sliders, but it was like jean material. It had like a little pocket on the front and everything.
Oh my
yeah,
Oh
god,
man.
that was
the
unacceptable.
style.
That sounds kind of hard, I can't lie. I've seen those
Yeah.
in Air Max. You know, like
Oh yeah,
Air Max 1, I think it was Air Max 1s, but all denim.
mad.
Damn.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that
The
is
new wave.
that sounds disgusting. I can't lie, man.
Yeah,
They need to be burned.
there's
You've
not
been away
many
a few
things you can wear that
times.
with.
Yeah, definitely. Or you got to be a certain type of person to pull off that.
Hmm.
Like, just certain characters that are always dressing kind of out there that can get away with it. But I feel like if one of us just started rocking those, then it'd be like, yo, what you doing? They're kind of random.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course, it looks like you've been traveling a bit this year. Like, or you've been in New York quite a bit, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm going back out there as well in October.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
What's the plan?
I want to start vlogging it this time. Like, I want to start actually making content for my YouTube channel, like showing my face
Yeah,
rather than just posting type beats. Cause I
yeah.
figured I got a big platform. Why not use it for more than just posting beats? You know?
I guess, yeah.
Nice.
Would
And
you
I
do
got,
it on the same channel, or would you start a new one
I think so, yeah. Cause
on the
why
same one?
not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
might
guess
as
so.
well.
I've never really like experimented with it because I'd only say that obviously on that channel with your type beats, your whole audience there is going to be majority rappers, I'm guessing. But then I
You'd
suppose
be
if you're doing,
surprised. There's a lot of producers who follow me. Like mostly the
yeah,
first
that's
people
true.
who comment on all my videos are always producers. So and they're always asking for drum kits and stuff. So I'm like, why not just start making content for them too? And the rappers will probably find it interesting as well. Because
That's true. I guess if it's vlogs, it's not like tutorials. You can
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
it's not
cater
like
to
too
both
techy.
them.
It's
yeah,
kind of vibes,
it'll
isn't it?
be vlogs and I'll get a whole new audience base as well. Because I'll be
Mm,
filming me working with all the rappers in New York, and people will be like, okay, I want to see that. Like constantly working with Diddy or someone in the studio or fucking Shah G's or D-Time or whoever it is. Like, I think that'll be interesting.
yeah, no, definitely. It might make
Yeah.
rappers want to get in those sessions as well, like all the people that have been listening to the beats throughout the years.
Yeah, maybe. I've got some other ideas as well, like for stuff I can do that hopefully would go viral, but I just need to make it happen. Um,
Yeah, because when
Yeah.
we
so
linked up in London, you were thinking about doing a few tutorials, weren't
yeah, that too. I need to get a new laptop first because my laptop is so like it overheats when I make beats. So then, especially like I've tried recording my screen, it gets
you?
even worse. Like it just
Yeah.
overheats and bugs out, and FO2 starts. You know when it starts cracking?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I hate that, man. I need to get a new laptop.
Like
But
what laptop are you using now?
I've got a 2017 MacBook.
Right. Yeah, it's probably about your upgrade. Gotta treat yourself, man. You've
Yeah,
hit
I
like
will.
150k subscribers on YouTube.
Nah,
Time to treat yourself.
I'm gonna buy it soon. I'm gonna buy it soon.
Yeah.
What, what do you use?
So,
You use PC, innit?
At home, yeah. If I've got sessions, then MacBook, but
Which
I
one?
prefer PC to be honest.
Did you guys have
I
any
think it's the
recommendations for MacBooks?
The newest one, honestly, probably
Mm.
whatever is the newest one, just grab
Yeah.
that.
Okay, calm.
Yeah, they're always adding stuff. The new ones as well, like if they have like the M1 chip, they might have the M2 now. I
I
can't
think they're
remember.
probably
Whatever
on
the
like M2 or M3 by now.
They have M3.
yeah
I've heard. Yeah, they have M3.
M3.
Yeah.
So you'll like that because it's silent. Like when you're cooking up, there's no fan going crazy or anything. So it should be able to handle everything.
Okay, calm. Yeah,
If you like Mac, then yeah, just get the latest one.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah.
I definitely
What
get
one
that.
have
So
you got, Ocean? Have you got the latest one?
no, I've got the 2021 M1, I think, or 2022.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that might be the same as mine.
But it's a big difference to, the one before when they wasn't using the M1s. They was using
Yeah,
whatever processing chip. That one was awful. So I had to just upgrade it.
yeah, 100%. Makes a difference.
Definitely.
What were you gonna say though? You were about to ask something then.
Yeah, so I just wanted to ask, the kind of beats you make, are they more for American rappers like the New York drill scene?
Um,
Or is your type beat channel like a variety of different kind of beats?
well, obviously when I started my this type beat channel, it was American drill beats, like
Uh-huh.
K-pop type beats and stuff. But really,
Mm-hmm.
anyone can use them. I mean, a lot of UK rappers have jumped on my beats too. It's just, if anything, yeah, it would be like American type drill beats with my own sort of style in it. And then
Yeah.
I wouldn't have anyone specifically on mind for them, but some of them, I mean, a lot of them are pretty universal, like, because there's a lot of UK artists trying out the American sound, a lot of Americans doing the other sound. But when it comes to beats I make specifically, it just depends. If an artist asks me to make a beat like this, or if I've got an opportunity with the artist, I'll cook up for them specifically.
Mhm.
Mm.
But the ones on my channel are really like, I won't think about who the beat is for. It'll more just be the sample. I'll find the sample and I'll just build a beat based on that, how I think it would sound good.
Yeah, you carved a nice space on YouTube with like sample drill, didn't you? Because I think at
Yeah,
the time, like obviously everyone was doing Central C beats and
yeah,
everyone was doing like dark drill, but then I feel like there was only a couple people like you and Elias was another one as well. Like you guys were like pushing
yeah,
the sample drill pretty hard, weren't you?
yeah. Literally, that's how I blew up, like from the samples.
Was that always the intention from the beginning? Did you look at it like, oh, there's not many people doing this, or you just found a space, or did you just enjoy making those beats where you just like sampling?
I mean, at the time it was kind of forced, but like I'm pretty sure most people know this now. But um, for a while, like the whole of 2021, I wanted to blow up. It was a couple of my friends in this group chat. It was just the beats and like Lido. They were giving me tips on how to blow up. They were like, firstly,
Mm,
start a new channel and find like a niche that has good rankings on vidIQ.
Mhm.
yeah.
Like find specifically an artist that is just about to blow up or just blowing up.
Mm-hmm.
And then spam type beats for them. And I was lucky I just found K Flock at that time and he was blowing up. So I was
Mm,
like, let me just start making K Flock type beats. Um, Obviously that mixed in with the whole sample drill stuff. Like sample drill
yeah.
was blowing up on TikTok. And I posted a couple remixes that were going viral on TikTok, but the original song was going viral. So I was like, why not just post the remix of it? And from the get-go, it just started blowing up. So I didn't
Sick.
specifically plan sample drill. I just saw it was blowing up, and I was like, why not? Let me just jump on the wave. I was very early to the wave, and I was consistent with it. Whereas a lot of other people did, they made one or two drill remixes and just slacked off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So
Sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah.
how long would you say it took you from finding the keyword and starting to upload to things really starting to take off?
I mean, I was lucky. Really, my first upload blew up,
Wow.
and
That's
it
Damn.
hit
crazy.
it hit like 2 million views in like 2 weeks.
Whoa.
And
That's
then
First upload.
insane.
Wow.
and then obviously before that I had been posting on my older channel for years and with no luck. But this
Yeah.
new
Yeah.
channel, like the first upload blew up. Um, I got like 2 million in 2 weeks, and then Warner Music copyright strike to take it down. They did that to
Damn.
all the people remixing that one song.
They took it down. They didn't just
Yeah.
claim the royalties,
Nah,
like the money.
they took it down.
What? What was the sample? Can you remember?
It was Still Into You by Paramore.
Okay.
I'm not gonna sing it because that'd be embarrassing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think I've heard this remix so many times. Yeah, I've definitely heard this. I didn't know it was you. Insane.
So, Showbeats did the original on TikTok, and I did the same thing, and I posted it on YouTube, and then it just blew up.
Yeah.
That's wild.
But yeah, and then after that, I was like, I'm gonna just take this opportunity to post on my new channel because I wasn't even supposed to post it on my new channel. Like that was an accident. I was supposed to post on my old channel, the one that had a really bad algorithm. Like it was just messed up. But I accidentally logged into my new channel and posted it. And I didn't realize until I logged back in a few days later, and then it was on like 40K views in 2 days. And I was
That's
like,
crazy.
how? Bro?
First video on a new channel. That's insane.
Yeah.
I think it was some sort of luck. Like YouTube, I don't know if it's confirmed, but like I've heard YouTube favors new channels like with their first few uploads. So
I've
I
heard
feel like
this
they
as
do
well.
give people a shot because sometimes on my newsfeed now, there's people with 100 views, but they pop up on my
Yeah.
homepage.
Yeah, I've seen that quite a lot.
Like all the
recently too.
social media platforms are following that like kind of TikTok strategy where remember when TikTok came out and they were giving new users just like a massive push
yeah,
Yeah.
at first. Like no one else was really doing that, but maybe other channels are trying to do that as well now, just to get people into that and like trying to encourage them to post more.
I mean, I don't know if YouTube still does that. That was end of 2021, but probably
Right.
that. But yeah, after that, I was just posting every day. Obviously, not every beat straight after that was hitting 2 million views, but my next remix that hit big numbers was only like a couple of weeks after that. It was a remix I'd already made before on my old channel. It was Billie Eilish Lovely. It was a
Okay.
pretty simple beat as well. It's like very basic drums. I didn't even like it that much, but I already had it. When I posted on my old channel, it got like 300 views. It's still there on my old channel today. It has like maybe 1K views. But on my new channel, it got like 1.6 million or 2 million or something.
Damn.
Yeah, crazy shit, man.
How are
and
you
with these
titling them?
remixes, oh
Pardon?
yeah, go ahead, Jay.
I was just asking how were you titling them? Like, were you naming them like the song and then remix, or was it just like sample drill type beat and then it's just
So-
a completely different name?
So with a couple, like with certain ones, I would name them remix, and then the majority were like K Flock X, B Love X, New York sample drill type beat. But
Right.
the ones that blew up the most were the remixes. It's just I
Where
wouldn't
you actually
post it.
name them the remix?
Yeah, so the Still Into You one was that was a remix, and then my second upload after that was a Scooby Doo remix, and that did pretty well. It got like 200K views. And then the Billie Eilish one was I think it was a drill remix, and I made
Right.
3 of those because like people just kept asking for more, and the second one also got like I think 1 mil, something like that.
Yeah.
So occasionally
Crazy.
I post remixes, but really all my beats were sort of remixes, even if they were just cool type beats. It just depended,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. And you see with these remixes, are you able to monetize it on YouTube, or does it tell you in the back end it's a copyright strike?
Nah, most of them pretty much get copyrighted. If the sample is bait, it gets
He steps
copyrighted.
up.
The one that we did on the tutorial, that beat got taken down on YouTube as well. They copyright
crazy.
strike it as well. That's
I
how they
think
found
my
out about it.
video, my tutorial got a claim on that one as well.
Yeah, I mean, claim is understandable, but they took it
Yeah.
down. Like they fully reached out to BeatStars and they told them, "Oh, this needs to be taken off." So they take it off. They took it off BeatStars as well. So I realized just to stay away from those specific type of samples, them ambient things. They're on this channel called
Right.
Dreamstate, which is a shame because I like them for
Okay.
them, like them poser jersey type beats. They're good samples, but
Yeah.
stay away from them.
Yeah, I wonder how Posers got away with it then, because he's maybe they just reached out and they worked something out, because he samples, well, these producers sample a lot of beats like that, don't they?
Yeah, that first song that he blew up with, Kitchen Stove, that was one of the
Yeah.
same samples from that same sort of approved and a record label, but I remember he took months to clear it. Like he previewed this song on TikTok, and then literally it took
I think it
months for him
stepped
to
out
clear
again.
it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
frozen again.
What mad thing?
Still
Message
recording
him.
though.
Wait, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, you're back now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now.
you're back.
I don't know why it's lagging. That's weird. But what was I saying? What was the last thing you heard?
About the samples that the guy was using.
Yeah, about
Yeah.
poser samples.
So Poser
Yeah.
took I think almost like a year or 6 months to clear that specific sample. So they must have actually
really?
hit up. They must have hit up the label and been like, okay, we want to clear this song, blah blah blah. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember because he dropped the snippet and then people were asking for it for months, and then eventually he dropped it, but he made people wait for a long time.
Mm.
So it wasn't easy, and imagine he had to do all that just to get one song cleared. So yeah,
Yeah, it's a
That's
headache.
crazy. And then if
Have
he's
you still
dealing with the
been?
same type of samples as well, he's gonna
Nah,
have that
he's
issue. Like,
he's moved away from that a bit. Like, so he uses some samples, but different ones, not from that specific label.
yeah.
Have you been using the same samples recently, or you
No, I've
switched to
moved.
just doing stuff
I've
from?
moved. I've moved away from those.
Yeah.
And I wasn't using them on every beat. I just did a couple beats with them, but I think they took down at least 2 beats off my YouTube and my BeatStars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was at a point like a few months ago. I was scared because I was at 2 copyright strikes, and
Oh
if
really?
you get 3 on YouTube, then your channel will get deleted.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
I messaged the kid who made one of the beats, one of the songs. Luckily, he got his label to retract the copyright strike. Like, I just told him I'll take the video down myself. Just please, can you remove the copyright strike because it's bad for my channel.
Yeah.
And luckily, he was a blessed
Did
guy.
they remove it?
Yeah, luckily he was a nice guy and he did that.
Sick.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I guess that's like the scary part of doing all those samples, isn't it? Because you never know who's gonna make a claim. Which seems crazy, because you think, all right, a strike is crazy. Like a claim maybe, because then the labels can just collect the money that your channel would make through
Yeah, that's what I
the
don't get.
plays.
Like, they can make more money from you if they keep it up.
And if they take it down, no one's getting paid then, so it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't get it, but it is what it is. They're probably making enough money from the song anyway. They don't care about that. They just don't want people remixing it.
Yeah, maybe they don't want other people
a
like
brand,
buying the
protecting
beat
a
and
brand or
then
something.
Yeah.
then potentially like 20 artists using the beat and uploading it, because then it might be harder to track down. So it could
Like
be something
even
like that.
this one artist from New York used one of my beats that I took down after myself just to be safe. But it
Yeah.
was too late. He downloaded it already and he previewed it recently on Instagram. And the people who made the original sample hit me up. They're like, "Yo, this sample is not for this song is not available to be sampled. Can you please tell them not to drop it? Otherwise, we'll have to take it down." I said, "Damn."
Is that the same beat we're talking about as well? Because you tagged me in something with an artist using that beat that we made, and that was one of those ambient samples.
I think it was
Can't
the
remember the
same.
artist's name though.
Yeah, I think it was the same beat. Yeah, it was J Star Bala. He's Didier
Yeah, that
Summer's
was it.
brother. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that's not going out then,
I mean, he'll probably
unless they work
post.
something out, I
Yeah,
guess.
I mean, he'll probably post it anyway, and then I don't know. Maybe they'll take it down. Maybe they won't. I don't know.
Yeah. I guess they'll just deal with it then when it comes to it.
Yeah.
So when you were building up the Thai Beat channel, how many different tags were you using? Because a lot of people say you shouldn't really use more than like 3 names, or some people say you should just use one, like obviously sample drill type beat. Do you know what I mean? But then you were using a blend of like artists and that, weren't you? So how many different ones would you say people should use?
I mean, in the very beginning, I was maximizing the tag space, like 500 characters. But it was mainly like different variations of the same tag. So it'd be like K-Flock type beat, K-Flock type beat free, K-Flock type beat free 2021, K-Flock X B Love
Yeah.
type beat. I mean, if you got vidIQ, you can go and like check the specific tags I had on my old videos. But I'm pretty sure it was that, and then also a New York drill sample type beat, and then those would be like my main tags I'd have for every beat, and then on each beat at the end I'd leave some space to have some specific tags for that remix. Like it would be, if it was a sample of something, I'll be like blah 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 remix drill or something
Yeah.
like that.
What
Yeah.
about for the actual title? Like, how many different ones would you use for the title?
For the title, pretty much for a very long time, for the first year and a half, I'd say, like 2 years on me posting, it was just straight the same titles. It would be K Flock X B Love X New York drill sample type beat 2021 and then 2022.
Right.
But that was usually it. I was just posting the same exact title on everyone, just with a different,
Yeah.
the name of the sample.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't change that for years, like for 2 years. Until sort of K Flock went to jail and then B Love stopped getting as high search ranking on vidIQ. So I changed up the B Love to other stuff. I started experimenting. But like your beats can still do well if you change different titles, as long as you don't change it too drastically. Like you have to slowly
Yeah.
introduce the changes. Like,
Yeah, I think
that
because you
makes
built it
sense.
up for a couple of years
Yeah.
before, you were already kind of dominating that certain tag anyway, and you had the audience there that would listen to your beats. So maybe
Yeah.
it makes sense that you have to do that first before you start experimenting with tags.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't
So
even
would
do it
you
on
say
purpose.
in 2024 tags are really, really still important for type beats?
Yeah, I think they're the only way you can. I mean, I don't know. I mean, for me, it works, innit? That's what I've seen. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's different for other people. They don't have to care about that. But I'm pretty sure they're important. Like
Yeah.
there's certain type beats that do really good scores on a vidIQ. That's pretty much what I base my tags on. Just if it's doing well on vidIQ, if it's got high search volume, low competition, I'll do it.
Yeah. So how did
When
you
you're
find it?
searching
You know,
for, oh, go on, Jay.
oh, go on,
Sorry.
LB. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, when you're doing research for type beats, were you searching sort of one artist at a time? So like, just like UK drill type beat, and then if the competition was low and the search volume was high, you'd roll with that one, and then you'd go for the next artist, and then kind of like glue them together in the title. Like, does that make sense? Or you like putting all three artists in vidIQ and then seeing what the competition was like for them, like for all three?
Oh no, I'd put it individually because
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I still haven't really deviated much from my original tags. Like I still sometimes do K Flock. A lot of my videos are car rich type beats as well.
Right.
So I try not to deviate too much, but sometimes I just keep checking the tags to see what's. It's good to have an idea of what's popular, so you know where to sort of base yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd search them up individually. Because if you put them together,
Right.
it would just show a really weird score. Like it won't.
Yeah. I thought so. So I guess no one's
Yeah.
like searching for all three. They're just gonna search for one at a time, and then I guess you'll rank for all three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you notice a big change in views when you changed up the tags? Because obviously you were doing the K Flock stuff for a while, and then obviously when he went inside, you switched it up shortly after that. Did your views change much at that point, or was it still just growing consistently?
To be fair, I was still doing K Flock type beats for a long time after he went in. Like I didn't just straight away change.
Okay.
It was at least a year and a half since he
Right.
went in. I wasn't even then. I wasn't like changing the K Flock. I'd have two names in the title. I'd change the second one. So instead of K Flock, it's B Love. It would be K Flock Car Rich, and then
Right.
I kept doing that for a while, and then slowly I changed the Car Rich to the beginning, and then I took out the K Flock. And
Okay.
some of the videos blew up, some of them obviously didn't do as well.
Yeah.
But then I gradually built it back up, so it's doing okay again, and I don't really need K-pop in my titles anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
The dog.
if anything, the K Flock, I only really changed it once K Flock started doing worse. Then, like, only once the views start dropping with the K Flock type beats, I realized people are not searching for K Flock type beats anymore. So I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I need to change it up. And then other stuff started doing better. But like I've done drastic switches sometimes. Like I've posted like a little Tony type beat on my channel and it didn't really do as well.
Mm.
So if you do a drastic switch, yeah, it might flop, it might not. Because then again,
Oh,
I did a little baby type beat, and my first one blew up. It got like
About
600k views or 5.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess you gotta kind of just keep experimenting, throw some random ones in every now and then, see what sticks.
I feel like it just depends. If you transfer to something that's too niche, then your audience won't know it. But if you transfer to something that
Yeah,
everyone will know, then it's fine. Especially if you go on audience. Like I knew because I have enough subscribers that everyone, like pretty much everyone knows Lil Baby. So if I do a Lil Baby type beat, I'll probably be alright. And I did, and it
Yeah.
worked.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. That makes sense.
but yeah,
So what's
Probably
the strategy
naturally
now?
rank a bit higher, won't you? Because you've already got those like initial views that will come through for that new tag. So
I
if someone's
think so.
searching that, then your video is probably going to rank higher anyway, just because the initial views are there from your audience.
Would you say so? You cut out.
Yeah, I was saying even if you put a new tag up now, because you have those subscribers, it's going to get views. So then if someone's searching that tag, then your beat's probably going to rank higher anyway, because it's got all the initial views from your audience compared to someone
Yeah.
like just doing like it for the first time.
Yeah, unless it's some super niche tag that people who would listen to my beats would not know.
Hmm.
But if it's something that most people know, then yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say so.
So what if you had to start from scratch? Let's say you are a new producer, or your beats are good enough to start posting anyway. What would you start with now?
I mean, right now I'll just be doing what I'm already doing. Actually, no. I'll probably transition to something different. There are a few tags that are really good.
Mm.
Obviously Ian type beats or
Oh yeah, I've been seeing
or
him
Lil
blow up.
Tony or Lil Tony or Don Coleo. That'll be weird though. That's Kosfinger in an alternate universe. Like, but
It's like you have to find someone, like you were saying earlier, you have to find someone like before they've blown up, like on the
Yeah.
come up, like find them early. Because once someone's blown up and then everyone's trying to do the tags at the same
Yeah.
time, but it's the channels that
Yeah.
caught on early that start to grow with that artist. I've seen that happen for loads of people.
that's the first thing. And the second thing is also hoping that they don't fall off or they don't go to jail or die. 'Cause that's
Yeah.
something I never really-
Yeah.
I didn't really plan for with K Flock. I was just taking the motion while I came.
Hmm.
The
Yeah.
problem with drill, like a lot of these rappers, they end up dead or in jail. So, you know, that
Hmm.
if he was free, I would be doing a killing right now. I'm still doing well, but I wish he did not go to prison because
Yeah, he had a crazy year, didn't he? He was just blowing
Yeah.
up. And it was like perfect for those type of beats because it was like he was using a lot of samples in the tracks as well.
yeah, in fact, he was doing really well. It's unfortunate that, you know, he got locked
Yes.
up, but it is what it is.
Yeah. So how did you eventually start working with these people in person then? Was it just from using like their tags or just from people buying beats online?
I mean, I guess because a lot of my beats blew up on YouTube. A lot of rappers started coming across them, and then some of them would message me because they would, you know, they would use them or they'd be like, "This beat is cold."
Yeah.
Or, some of them would just hit me up asking for more beats, or I would
Mhm.
just, yeah, that's how it was at the beginning. And then the more like motion I got, I started using that to build more motion by hitting up more rappers, and then, you know, some of them would already know of me. They'd be like, "Oh, okay,
It's cutting out
let's
again.
work." Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Can hear
Yo.
ya.
Yeah, I just figured I'd switch my internet because it's better.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's working.
but
Yeah.
yeah. What was the last thing you heard me say?
Just I was just asking about how you ended up meeting with these artists. You said that they'd message you saying that they've
Yeah,
used
yeah.
your beat or the beat's called or whatever.
So yeah, some of them would message me
Oh
like,
man,
Let's go again.
terrible
know what?
timing.
Yeah, same time.
It's a
Can
cliffhanger.
you hear me?
We'll never find out.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my phone.
That's
That's
recording
alright.
now.
Can you hear me?
Did it say recording?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's recording now. Yeah, we're good now.
Okay. Yeah. So some of these artists were DMing me, like Digga D, for example. He DM'd me out of nowhere. Actually, no, he didn't. He posted the song on live, and then I DM'd him, and then he responded. So some of them, like, they would post a snippet with my beat, and I'd respond to them or tag them in my story and be like, "Yo, that's my beat." And then, like, 6 times out of 10, they'd end up like replying.
Yeah,
And then I just established a working relationship with them after that point.
sick.
And then with New York, the first time I went to New York, I knew some artists, but I didn't know all of them. So I went there, started working with some, got introduced to more producers, more artists. And then by the time I went to New York for the second time, I'd built a lot more connections just from Instagram and also just from people knowing my beats on YouTube. And then
Yeah,
also I'd link up, I'd go with producers that knew other people there, and I'd get introduced to other rappers. So I just use everything. Like, you gotta use a mix of things. It's not one direct stream of getting to know rappers. It's sort of use your network and also use your audience on YouTube or your platform, whatever you got.
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
How would you say the UK scene is different to the US scene now that you've been out to New York and had sessions with those guys and then been over here? Did they operate differently? Are the sessions just different, or like what differences did you notice?
The New York lot, they're a lot more energetic. Like, they're very hyped. They're screaming, man.
Yeah.
UK guys are like, they're pretty chill.
Yeah.
Like, I did a session with Cairo recently. He was very chill, like very calm guy. But
Oh, yeah? He's going crazy right now too.
yeah, no, he's a
Yeah.
nice guy. It just depends rapper to rapper, obviously, in terms of their personality. Like, some I've noticed with a lot of UK rappers, not all of them, but some of them, they're a lot more, I don't know, a bit more arrogant. Whereas the New York guys, they're quite humble, believe it or not. Like, even though they're they're super hyper and energetic, a lot of them, they're very humble. Because a lot of them are really from like the trenches, so like they treat everyone like family. Like, I don't know. Most of the time, I've never really had a bad experience in the New York studio. Not that I've had a bad experience in the UK. I've just seen the way some rappers sort of act. Some of them can be a bit like arrogant.
Got you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do you feel like the US people are more open to collaborating? So I've heard some people say that they feel like in the UK people have like their kind of cliques and they're a bit more standoffish, but in the US like everyone's just open to kind of working with each other.
Oh man.
And he's gone.
That's a good question as well.
Yeah.
Wait, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We'll never know.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Have you guys, out of curiosity, been out to the US to work yet?
No, I've been to the US, but it was never for work. But I keep meaning to go to New York because I've got people that I speak to, like people that I've worked with like, on music.
Yeah.
Like New York in particular, I want to get out there really.
Yeah, that'd be perfect for you in the
Yeah, I was
Georgies
gonna
and that.
say, maybe right.
Yeah.
Right up your street. Yeah.
'Cause I still speak to like MRG. He's used like a few of my beats. He's going crazy in New York at the moment. But he's not like a New York drill rapper. He's more, he's quite melodic with it. He's just got like quite a cool style. He can spit over like drill, Jersey. I've heard him on Detroit beats. I've heard him on like wavy trap. Like he does everything. So I really want to get out there and have a session with him.
Yeah.
And then Spotify have their offices out there as well. So when I did that video with them for Soundtrap, they were saying if you come to New York, like come check out the offices and use the studio here. So I want to get out there and film some content in that studio too.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
How about you? You've done it, haven't you? Because you've been to LA.
Yeah, to LA. I think LA is probably a different beast. It's probably a lot
Yeah.
more different to New York. But in general, I think America's just, everyone's way more open to networking and meeting people in general.
Yeah. I have heard that. Even from listening to podcasts of people who've like been here and then moved out there. Like
Yeah.
even if it's nothing to do with music, just in general, people are
Just
more
in general.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Americans are they're less like pessimistic and they're less standoffish. Like even when you're walking around the streets in America, people will just start chatting, won't they? It's like people like
Yeah,
to be friendly and
definitely.
get to know you. Over here, they're like, you speak to someone in the streets, they'll think you're a psycho. Like, why are you talking to me?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
it's
that's true.
definitely that vibe that there's nothing wrong with just talking to your neighbor, talking to someone who's standing behind you in a queue and just
Yeah,
being curious. Do you know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
you could just meet anyone. I feel
definitely.
like that's the vibe there more.
I get that. Where would
Yeah.
you go next?
I mean, LA is definitely the hotspot, I think, in terms of music, in terms of popular music.
Hmm.
Most people are there. But I guess if you want to do the drill stuff, then it seems like New York is there, and trap,
Yeah, it
it
seems
would
like
be
the spot.
ATL
Mm.
still. Or even like
Yeah,
Latin music would be Miami, I guess.
Can you guys
Yeah.
hear me now?
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Got it.
You're in.
God, finally, bro. Like, I hope it doesn't lag out again, but
Should be alright now. Let me check your recordings. I'm gonna pause the upload and then it should run smoother now. But yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah.
Oh.
You had a
I
good
don't know
question,
what
Jay.
you. Yeah, I don't know if you heard it, but I was just asking if you found that people in the US are more open to like collaborating compared to people in the UK, because people in the UK can sometimes seem a bit standoffish, where they're in their cliques, they're in little circles, they don't really want to work with new people. But in the US, I kind of get the vibe that people are just more open to like working, like they'll let other people pull up to the session and you know what I mean, they'll work as a group rather than just being like in their own little clique.
yeah, like more so than the UK. Like,
Hmm.
obviously, the really big rappers in the US, they've got very tight circles.
Hmm.
But with the majority of them, they're a lot more. Like, you're right, because I don't know, that's what I meant about being humble and just not super arrogant.
Yeah.
Because some of these UK rappers, like, it's impossible to, they move just bougie. Like, you ask
Hmm.
them for the number, they'll like redirect you to their manager, for example. Not that that's a bad thing, but or they'll just make it like they've already got their sort of own studio set up and stuff, so they're not taking sessions. Whereas
Right.
New York people, they're just down to work with anyone. Not anyone, but you know, like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a lot more open.
yeah, for sure.
Were you always into US music, like US rappers compared to the UK?
I
Or do you
mean,
like
to be honest,
a mix of both?
I was listening to like American rap before yeah, like before I was ever listening to UK rap.
Yeah.
Like, well, one of the first rappers I was listening to was Meat Mill.
Mm.
That was a long time ago. He was always my favorite rapper. Obviously, like the recent stuff is a bit sus, but I mean, fuck it. He's made a lot of banging songs. So
Yeah.
Yeah, when
it's
he was
true.
releasing his like early mixtapes when he first came on the scene, like he was going crazy, man.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Mm.
I used
You
to have
can't
one of
knock his
them.
talent.
I used to have one of them just like apps where you can download music for free, like from YouTube. And I'll just bang out different. I mean, I didn't know loads of artists, but I knew that I'll just find some. But then later I started finding out about UK drill, and then I mean everyone knew about UK drill because it was, you know, it was happening right in front of our faces and stuff.
Of course.
I didn't really get into it until later when it started popping off, like 2016, 2017.
Yeah.
And then if you go back before that, I was just listening to like EDM music when I was 13. So
Yeah.
So what were you making before? Because you had a first channel, didn't you? Were you making trap?
I was really just making anything. Like
Right.
there was no
No strategies.
no strategy, just literally posting like one beat every month, hoping that one of them would blow up. I don't know why I thought that would work, but I was just the most inconsistent channel like ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's how we all start off. Don't we think we can do it different,
No,
but
yeah, that's just normal. Like
yeah,
I can't blame myself. One beat would be a Drake type beat. The other one would be like a V9 type beat. Another one would be a Meek Mill type beat, and I don't know, like a
yeah.
Japanese samurai type beat, like just the most random shit. I even posted a Minecraft villager type beat. Yeah, literally just whatever I made because I don't enjoy making the same kind of beats all the time. Like I like making different stuff. So I was really just it was just a reflection of what I was making.
Yeah.
And I wasn't banging out beats that much until I made the new YouTube channel and I was posting every day. Before that, like my work rate was a lot lower.
Hmm.
So
What's
what
your
would you?
go on,
I
Ashton.
think we're gonna. No, I think we're gonna ask the same question. I was just gonna ask, basically, like, what's your workflow or your workday like now?
Yeah,
Um, it just depends day to day, like um what opportunities I got going on, I'll just cook up for them. But most of the time I wake up, do my stuff, like eat food and I don't know, watch some Netflix and then I'll either go to the gym before I make my beat or after. Most of the time I won't have time to go gym before, so I'll make my beat for YouTube and then I'll come home, go gym, and then I'll start cooking out more beats with like producers that I work with in America just for whatever opportunities we got going on. And then obviously some days I'll go to studio and we have a session. Like today I got a studio session with a rapper. Um and that's later on. So but most days I really just plan my day around the only consistent thing I've got going on my day is that I have to post a beat on YouTube.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I
Yeah.
just plan everything around that.
Are you
And do you
doing it
do
day
that all
by day?
yourself?
Oh my bad.
Yeah, I do that myself and I try to do it every day. Obviously like I can't sometimes I miss out, but
Yeah.
most days I do it.
Do you ever like backlog beats? You know, like you might cook up like 3 or 4 beats in a day, and then just kind of schedule them out so you got some time, to, just to work on other stuff.
Sometimes, like mostly when I go studio with other producers, we'll cook up a few beats.
Yeah.
But by myself, mostly like it depends. Normally, I'll start a couple beats. I won't finish them, and then I'll finish one for the YouTube video, and then I'll finish the other ones in
Just
the
as and
days
when.
following.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah, that
have
makes
so many
sense.
unfinished FLPs that I just go through them when it's time to post a beat, and I just choose one that I think would be good, or I'll start something completely from scratch. But
How long do
Yeah,
you think you
makes
spend
sense.
on a beat on average?
for my YouTube,
Yeah.
probably like 2 hours, sometimes 1 hour.
Got ya.
Yeah.
It just depends really.
Of course. Do you find that, because with your YouTube channel, obviously you have to kind of stick to a certain type of beat for that. Do you ever find that draining? Because sometimes you might wake up and it's like you might not be in the mood to make a drill beat, but you've got to do it for the channel. Or do you
No,
just
yeah, for
love
sure.
making those
Sometimes,
beats? Mm.
yeah, for sure. Like the other day, I was just chilling in the living room, just watching a film, and the time was the time was getting close. Actually, no, this is the day I got back from Turkey. I
Right.
was mad tired, and I was just watching like a film, and I couldn't be asked to get up and make a beat.
Mm.
And the time was like approaching 9 o'clock, and I was like, I still can't be asked, but you just gotta do it, man.
Of course, yeah.
Like,
If that's like the main thing, and it's like as long as you can just make that one beat a day, I
yeah,
guess it's like,
Yeah.
because once you start missing a few days in a row, then it's like you can kind of fall into a little trap where you just
Mm.
get too comfortable then. Before you know it,
yeah,
you haven't uploaded in a week, or it's easy to let things slip away, isn't it? Especially when you've worked hard to build that channel up to where it is.
yeah. And I was doing that. I was sort of slipping a bit, like up until sort of this last month or so. Like especially when I was in LA and New York and just America in general, I didn't really have time to post beats, so
Hmm.
that was really bad for my YouTube channel. But then when I came back, I started getting consistent again,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and like the difference is crazy in terms of just the amount of growth you get when you actually post every day versus every couple of days. Or because when I was in America, I was skipping 2 days, 3 days, 1 day at a time.
Mm.
Do you notice a drop in sales? Does it correlate?
Yeah, I'd say so. Like the sales sort of lag behind a bit more because normally people, they won't buy the beat as soon as it comes out.
Yeah.
They'll sort of they'll make a song with it first, and then they'll have the song loading, and they'll have to make a music video or whatever, and then normally they'll pay at the end of the month or at the end of the one of the weeks when they get their paycheck or something. So if you make a change on YouTube, like I'll normally give it a couple weeks to a month before you see the direct impact of
Actual
the sales.
effect, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I don't know how you feel about like sharing figures. You don't have to go exact, but could you maybe give an example of like one of the best months you've had from selling beats online, just so people know the potential?
No way.
It's crashed again.
Doing on purpose now.
Every time I ask a juicy question,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like,
Oh man.
find out in episode 2.
Yeah,
I don't know if you heard me then. Oh, we can't.
Yeah,
it
cut out.
froze for a
Cut
second,
out.
but you're back.
it's weird because when I cut out, I can hear you guys. Like I can hear you guys perfectly still talking,
Oh, okay.
which is weird. But yeah, my best month was around like 15K.
Wow.
Yeah, that's mad.
That's
Yeah.
mad.
Yeah.
So when
That's
people say
amazing.
type beat channels are dead, it's obviously
Nah, it's
proof
Think
that
definitely
again.
not.
Yeah.
And I'm not even, bro. That's not even that much. Like I know producers on BeatStars who are making like 100K a month. Like
Yeah.
no funny shit. Like
I just
crazy.
heard
they
from
don't,
a
and they don't even need YouTube. They just hack the BeatStars algorithm.
Mhm.
I don't know how they
BeatStars.
do. Yeah, like it has
Yeah.
its own algorithm. I haven't even delved into that, but
yeah.
Yeah. I haven't tapped into that. You mean like using tags in the marketplace and the way they title beats
I
for
don't know
marketplace?
exactly what they. I don't know exactly what they do. They just they become trending on. They become charting. I don't know.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I need to figure out though because I want to make 150K a month.
Don't we all, man?
100K,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
That's the goal.
We
That's
all
the
need to
goal.
figure that out.
That's just
Yeah.
crazy.
I just heard from another type beat producer from the UK. He just had a call with Netflix. They wanted to use one of his beats exclusively for their show, and they tried to lowball him with like 20K, which sounds like a decent amount. But he was like, I can make over the lifespan of that beat, I can make more than that in non-exclusives. So he just threw 100K out there for just to see what they'd say, and they just agreed straight away. So he just literally got off the phone, 100K, that was it, signed and
Wow.
sealed.
Amazing. That's insane.
That's
man.
wild.
Yeah.
No,
That's
that's
so
crazy.
sick.
I think that was post tax as well. So he's gonna invoice more,
Oh, really?
So he'd be taking home 100. Yeah.
That's wild on one beat.
And he's gonna get royalties too. So
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be sync.
Yeah.
So
Net-
getting some back end.
I'm going through like a similar thing with Netflix, but they already used the beat like without my permission.
Right.
But it's a
Oh, wow.
complicated story because basically
Was it on Top Boy or Supercell?
it was
on
Supercell.
Supercell, that's right, yeah.
Okay.
So
What happened then?
So the co-producer used my loop. Obviously, that was a collab that we did like in 2020, and he got approached by some library that works with Netflix, to like just send in beats. So he sent in a bunch of beats. That was one of them.
Yeah.
And they never told him anything after that. They never really they never told him they were gonna post it to Netflix or anything. He didn't really know what it was for. But yeah, we end up hearing it on Netflix, and then we're like, what the hell? Like, none of us got told about this. None of us
Crazy.
cleared it. But apparently he signed some sort of agreement for all the beats he submitted to that library. I guess he didn't really back then he didn't really have a manager to read it and stuff. But
Right.
he ended up getting sort of fucked over by them because they gave him the wrong publishing number and everything as well. I don't know if they did it on purpose or they claimed it was a mistake. But so now we're trying to get paid from it, but they're trying to claim that he didn't declare the sample for me, so technically the onus is on him. But we're trying to find a way to make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At
I
the
was gonna
moment, they're
say
just
because
trying to.
even though he signed something, you haven't signed anything, right? So I
Yeah,
thought maybe,
exactly.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
haven't cleared it, and my manager's doing all the work, like representing me. But
right?
they're basically saying it don't like doesn't matter what he said. Like, I haven't cleared it, so you guys have to clear it through me as well.
Yeah,
Um, at the moment, they're just trying to give us royalties. They're not trying to pay any upfront things. But my manager's like, no, we need an upfront fee.
Yeah.
right.
So
yeah.
yeah, we'll
Hopefully
see
it
how
gets
that goes.
sorted then, man. Still
Hopefully.
sick to have your music on Netflix though,
No,
but
yeah,
that was a
true.
good feeling.
No, yeah, true.
Yeah.
Just
I
speaking of
guess if
royalties,
anything, go on, Jay.
I
Sorry.
was just gonna ask, so you know when you sell beats on BeatStars,
Mm.
not exclusive, you're just selling leases. Have you found that it's still been easy to get your share of like publishing and royalties on the songs that go out?
I mean, I would only really do that if it's a big enough song. Like I won't do it for every little song, but
Yeah.
I mean, my manager deals with all that. He's pretty good.
Okay.
Only problem is like a lot of my beats are samples, so sometimes the publishing
Mm.
it's hard to get it, but most of the
Yeah.
time it's good.
I guess
We
that's where a
make it
good
work.
manager comes in. What were you gonna ask OLB?
I can't remember now. I totally forgot. Couldn't have been that important.
So what's next for you, would you say? Have you got plans to like? I know you're thinking about making different types of content, but anything else other than that?
Mainly that I want to start streaming.
Is it just frozen
I'm
again?
thinking of.
Frozen again.
So, oh my
Jay,
god.
I
man,
just
you're
need to
bad.
not ask questions. It's
Yeah,
just
you're bad luck. It's
whenever I
always
ask
you.
something.
Just text me the questions and then I'll ask.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh
now
yeah,
we
you're
can.
back
Yeah,
now.
you're back. Yeah.
I don't know why that keeps happening, but yeah, probably I want to start streaming. I want to start doing vlogs, maybe like pranks in the studio with rappers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
Nice.
also like I've been working on a course, but it would probably take a while because I have to film all the videos and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm dropping a drum kit soon.
Sick.
I've almost pretty much got it done. I just need to get the artwork done and stuff.
I know you'll get tons of questions from producers, won't you? Asking what sounds you use, what kick you're using, what 808 you're
Yeah.
using.
Yeah.
You get that
Yeah.
constantly.
Yeah, I mean, but most of them know I've got drum kits now, so I've got 2 drum kits out. So
Yeah.
most of them are just asking for the next drum kit.
Yeah.
So I just need to post that.
How often are you dropping kits?
I've dropped maybe like one a year.
Right.
Mhm.
Last time I dropped was March last year.
Yeah.
I should probably. I'm actually thinking like I've got this. You guys are probably good people to ask for advice, but with my upcoming drum kit, I'm gonna do it as like my 150K subscribers drum kit, and I've made like 7 different mini drum kits, like one for each genre, like jerk drill, stomp, sexy drill, like OT7 quantity type beats, like Jersey club or like Jersey drill. And I'm wondering if I should put all of them into one big kit or if I should separate it out into like separate kits and sell each one individually.
Could do both.
Probably a bundle at first.
Yeah.
Yeah, start with a bundle, but then you can always do both. If people are asking for like a specific kit, you can just separate them out and upload them as, individual ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, bundle. Yeah, do it as a bundle because then you can kind of like value it as a lot more and then charge, a lot less than what all
How
of them
would you-
put together are
How
worth.
would you price it?
Probably like, I guess it just depends on the size of the kits, but drum kits standard and I'm like $30, £30. So if you price them all at that, and then, so what did you say it was 6 kits
Yeah, can you hear me?
in total?
Can you hear me?
I think it's gone.
Yeah, now we can.
Yeah, I can
My-
hear you.
My screen's doing a mad thing right now. I
But
don't know
yeah,
you
if
guys
it's
can
like
see.
if it's like 6 kits, yeah, just total them up and then. Oh yeah, it's kind of bugging out. But yeah, just kind of
Yeah,
stack all the kits
Yeah.
up, same price or similar price for each one, and then like say like what the total is, and then underneath it tell them like what the bundle price would be, if that makes sense. So it's just kind of
Yeah.
like they're making a saving on it.
Do you know how many sounds are in each kit, roughly?
a lot. like a lot.
Right. So
Like
yeah,
I've
if
just
it's like 5 full kits, then yeah, do what LOB said and like price the kits like individually, but then just have a
yeah
discount for the bundle and just make it a no-brainer for that bundle. Or if the kits are like smaller compared to normal kits, then obviously reduce it a
yeah
bit. But yeah, you just want to make it a no-brainer, so like have everything together. You can always give people the option to buy the individual ones, but if it's like
yeah
you can get one kit for 30, but then 5 kits for like 60, just as a wild example, then it's like, of course you're gonna get the bundle because there's just more value there.
not true.
Yeah.
Have you got a date for when that's dropping?
No specific date.
Yeah,
That's pretty much what I was trying to figure out, whether I should drop them separately or as
right.
one big thing. I was thinking maybe doing both, like so yeah, I'll probably do that. Like hopefully by before the end of this month,
Mm-hmm.
I
Sick.
think.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a
yeah,
good
man.
idea.
Well, obviously this episode will go up on Monday, but we can always just drop a link in when your kit's ready, and we can leave
Yeah,
it under
for sure.
the like in the description of the episode for when people listen to it.
Okay, calm, and I'll try and get it done before then. Hopefully.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, yeah, we appreciate your time. You shared a lot of gems with everyone today, man. So I
Yeah,
think
big
everyone will like
gems.
this one. So we
I
appreciate it.
appreciate you. I appreciate you guys too.